It's really a busy week in Washington, and the president had to deal with tragedy again. Pepperdine University Professor Michael Shires joins us now to break it all down for us. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's great to be here.
Okay, so we want to start with the Russia investigation and the indictments that came down yesterday. Now, the president says that these indictments show there was no collusion. Is that really your takeaway here?
Well, I mean, so far they haven't provided any evidence that the Trump campaign actively colluded with the Russians. Now, I don't think the investigation's over, but so far, I mean, these indictments had, these were a bunch of Russian nationals. This was not something that the Trump campaign had anything to do with.
But, you know, after these indictments, can the president continue to claim that Russians didn't try to influence the election?
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of hypocrisy in all this in some ways. I mean, nation states interfere in the political processes of other countries all the time. If the biggest threat to American national security is 13 people out on the internet pretending to be Americans, then we're pretty safe. I think this is what's more disturbing to me is that this hasn't been discovered and identified already. This should be part of our normal counterterrorism operations and counterespionage operations. And so, I mean, I really think that, you know, did the Russians try and influence it? I mean, I'm a child of the Cold War. The Russians have done a lot worse than play around on the internet. Now, I do think this is a new frontier for disrupting societies. And, yeah, I mean, I think it's not just the Russians. I mean, we ourselves are sometimes our own worst enemies on that.
We certainly have to be cautious about what we're reading on the internet. Okay, do you think that this, though, is going to make it more difficult for the president to try to fire Robert Mueller?
Well, I think it's a product of this process. It could actually go either way. You could say Mueller has found this and we're done. Or you could say, well, this is just the beginning and we really need to pay a lot of attention to these kinds of issues. And so he needs to do a lot more work. I think Trump pays a huge political cost if he fires Mueller, no matter what form it takes or no matter what excuse he uses to do it.
And of course, these indictments overshadowed the infrastructure plan that the president unveiled this week. It requires a lot of funding from states and private money. How practical do you think that this is?
Well, it could work. I mean, the reality is when you put $200 billion on the table, people are going to run for it. I mean, it's a lot of money. President Obama, when he did Race to the Top in education, invested almost nothing, but got everybody to compete for these dollars and ended up getting, you know, Common Core and all these sort of controversial education policies put into place almost overnight with a very small investment. So I see a lot of potential for this infrastructure.
Okay, it's really going to be a wait and see for so much of this. All right, thank you so much, Professor. We appreciate you coming in this morning.